Hey everybody! I'm about 4 seconds off, oh well. So, welcome to some post-recording. The reason I'm doing this is because I accidentally deleted my voice recording for this episode, or most of this episode. You'll get back to your regular, hearing me regularly once we hit about 30 minutes or so. So anyway, right now I'm just checking through the meta parts I got off screen, and the only one that came to mind was this Night Shield. And as I'm kind of thinking about it and reading the descriptions, I realized a bit of a problem. That being, the only effects of the Night Mel is when you're defending, I think. So I'm not actually getting an increase in defense even if I don't defend. So that kind of sucks. Oh well, not much I can do about that. Let's see, I also got this Tyranno Tower, and I'm just gawking over how much proximity it has. Pretty good armor, decent defense, but it's slow. Very, very slow. But then again, it's a gravity type, so I can't really blame it. Anyways, it just looks really neat, nifty, like those old cartoony castles with the big gawking mouth. Anyways though. I tried looking and trying to figure out that little power bar down there, because we have armor, power, CFC or something, speed and range. So I'm just kind of wondering whether or not we'll ever get something with a very high power. Anyways though, here is Sloan, and I'm kind of eerie about talking to him in case a fight comes, so I'm trying to find a safe spot. That one's out of order. Back down. Okay, sure, use that one. I don't care. Just use it. Okay. And I'll try and do my best to do voiceovers for this thing. Icky. What are you doing here? Nothing special. Boss got angry and so she left me alone. Aw, poor guy. I see. This place is pretty neat. Yeah, it is. Are you in the race, Sloan? Race? Oh, boss mentioned it briefly. She said I'll win the first place. First prize. I'm not really into that. It might mess up my outfit. Ugh, heaven forbid that. It might be fun to just watch it though. Maybe I'll go with you. Won't you be in trouble if Samantha finds out? Maybe. Never mind. I'll go by myself. What is the loneliest number that I love to do? Okay, I'm kind of tired and my brain's not functioning that well, and... Okay, I'm sorry. But anyways, though, we're going to the ice world and we have to beat... I think... I can't see from back here. I think it's like 507 points. But anyways though, it's a nice level. There's water. It's slippery. I really hate it. But I go in with John because I want to redeem myself. Or do I? Yeah, I kind of want to try and redeem myself. Or at least... Nah. I'm just using him because we haven't seen enough of him. Yeah, you'll see what I mean by redeeming myself later, but for now, we break boxes. Or pots, whatever. And I'm hoping that with enough time, he will gain a bit more power, or at least that strike attack will be able to 3-shot everybody like Medabots shoot or little gun, but I kind of doubt it. And here, I'm very take it very slow because that panel will shoot me into the wall and then into the water. Instant death. The other alternative is going on the right path, and you'll wind up this way regardless. Yeah, push that button. Oh, and these hammer bots are ever spawning because of those... Because of that little panel right there. I don't know why I take my time killing them, but... Actually, I think it was greedy for experience and tried to find any. Anyways though, Striker Medabots, or grappling type Medabots, or grappling Medaparts, cannot destroy balloons. here, I'm just being careful because I don't want to fall in the hole. And there's a guard bot. So, anyway, yeah, I'm using Scorpion Wrap because it gives me quite a bit of power. But I'm a little naive, and I think the power level only shows the total power level of the Medabots. So that arm I have equipped, Rock's arm I have equipped, it's still weak no matter what I do. Doing about 14 power. Not the best thing, but at least it's really fast. Here I'm just pushing on the buttons because I'm thinking this is the incorrect way to go. It's actually the correct way, but I take my time and break some pots. Yeah, ice physics. Gotta hate them. They're not as bad as some places, but it's just ice. It's never fun. And there's a giant ice block, and I'm guessing it has the same effect as a boulder. Stand in front of it, you die. And here we have a survival challenge. I would fast forward this, but there's a few things that I have to do here. And I'm also saying this because I had to redo this level 2 or 3 times. Actually, I think just twice. So, anyways, no, wait, I had to redo this 3 times. So yeah, this is a survival one. Wait for the time to run out. And pretty much you can do anything. I just kind of jump around, which is kind of risky, and it's just risky. Because if those cannons hit you and you're in the air, you'll be moving pretty far. Like, I think you move about 2 or 3 inches more than if you just stopped moving on ice. So yeah, be careful. Like, I could go into the corner and defend, but I don't know how much damage I would be taking from the cannons and the Medabots, so kind of a little eerie about taking my chances there. And I somehow jumped over that attack. I don't know how that happened, but I got lucky. So, anyways, here, his head actually destroyed the pot, and I'm just trying to grab the experience because it's 30 experience. It's very nice. Excuse me. Gonna drink some water here. There we go. I don't like doing post commentary because I lose a lot of that, I guess I would say, emotion of being surprised. And my throat is really starting to go right now. So I'm going to be talking in a bit of a higher voice right now. I hope none of you think differently about me. Just that my voice seems to be... I seem to be losing my voice, so I won't be recording for a few days. Which kind of solves one of my problems. I was debating whether or not to record. So here I just hunkered down at a corner for about... looks like 50 seconds. And I don't know what was happening with the AI, but he just could not figure out to walk to the right a little bit. And here I got kind of worried because one of his meta parts has actually been destroyed, I believe. And if his head gets blown up, I am stuck in this area and I have to commit suicide or hit the retry button. And that's kind of annoying because I just waited 3 minutes. Excuse me, I gotta adjust my voice here. Yeah. So he can't hit me, and luckily he's actually taking some of the hits for me. So that's nice. I don't have to worry as much. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. And he just kind of disappears to never be seen again. Oh well. It's not that big a deal. His meta parts aren't that good. Like, I've seen what gravity can do, and it's kind of like how I wish the missiles were. It kind of shifts towards the opponent just slightly, but for the amount of power it does, which I think is the same as The crucial arm I have attached, which is about 14 power. It takes a long time to shoot, and it's not very fast. So it's not worth it. So here, I don't remember how I remembered it, but I jumped over a hole. And a neat little thing about this is that if you want boulders to stop coming, all you have to do is when the boulder is near that hole, you jump in the hole, and the boulder will go right over you, if you time this right. And once it goes over you, it will be right in front of you. It'll block the door though, I believe, so be wary of that, but the boulders will stop coming. And remember those balloons. We'll be coming back to those balloons later. And one of for any of you, for whatever reason, I don't know why you would, but for those of you who are playing along or are thinking of getting Medabots Infinity, color distinctions are very important. The dark water that we've been seeing here and there, yeah, that's deep. Go in there, you die. And you'll see, and I'll point out later, that there's some light colored water that you can go through and walk on. So here is the mission: destroy the cannons. And it takes me about 11 slashes from that Rakusho sword, or a rock sword. And you know, I kind of got the idea that because it takes so long, I might as well just try and destroy Oceana there. But then I kind of saw what was attached to her arm, and that is the effects of that Metapart is to repair any Metaparts that have ceased function. So if I destroyed her legs or her arms, or her freezing arm there, she could bring it back, and this would take even longer. And she can also repair with her head, so I kind of gave up midway. And right about here I have trouble looking for the other cannon, and for some reason I go after the Hammerbot. I don't know, just more frustration than anything else. And this is a bit of a confusing area, because I'm just looking around and thinking, oh, I have to melt the ice. But no, that's kind of stupid. The developers were thinking in terms of any Medabot can do this. Except of course they never thought how gravity and flying Medabots would push buttons, but whatever. And here's the last cannon, and I slipped. Yeah, there was no saving me there. I was just running and running, and there's just no... I was dead. And here, on the second cut, I destroyed Oceana, and now I have infinite time. I got lucky because that Hammerbot that I just killed, it was blocking Oceana, and she was stuck between me and the Hammerbot and couldn't move, so me and the Hammerbot took her down together. Very nice. Never gonna get that lucky again, but... And here I just tiptoe my way across, and I start doing some tests. So I do about 3 slashes, and then I defend, fearing a shot, and I can actually pull off about 4 slashes, and then you have to defend. You could jump as well, but it's up to you. And I can't remember if it was this record. No, it was last recording. I remember now. It was about those spiky boards there. Yeah, don't walk beside them or in front of them. It's instant death, and there are lasers here. And you will see that I come very close to death. In 3, 2, 1, and there you are. Yeah, I don't have a lot of armor left in my head. So anyways, waiting for the lasers. Should have done that before. There we go. And up here, their switch activated, so here, just destroy the pots. And here's what I mean by different colored water. Right behind those laser guns, that's shallow water. I could have actually walked on it, but I was really skeptical because there's a cannon on a little platform, and I thought it was one of these board platforms which was above the deep water, but that wasn't the case. So I kind of ignore it, and you'll see that I actually died because of that. But looking back, I can't really blame myself because, again, look, that thing's on a platform, and my basic thinking was... And here, you can't even... It looks like that's a wall, and this is just an iceberg effect where it's a wall. So if I try jumping, I'll just hit a wall and just go sliding into deep water. Even more reasons why I was skeptical about trying to walk on that shallow water over here. And I thought it was a trick because I thought the developers were saying, here's some free experience, come and get it, and drown. So that was my thinking, and that's why I'm kind of hesitant, but in the end, in this run, I decided not to go for it, which was my mistake. And my second mistake was thinking that that area with those 2 balloons with the bombs in them that we passed by earlier, I thought that was the correct way to go, and I thought the developers were being jerks here, and I thought that they were saying, you need an aqua type, flying, gravity, or shooting type Medabot to get through this. And, you know, I did a few test runs, and I thought, well, Tiptoe can make that tiny gap there, so I do a first jump, not quite, I need a bit more of an angle, so I go for it, and you can't make it. Maybe at a better angle, but actually no, I still don't think you could make it.